Quest Audiobooks presents an unabridged recording of ZC5 by Chris Harris, narrated by Rory Barnett. Chapter 1. Admiral Walker-Jones, as he introduced himself, took salutes and offered handshakes to the military men of our group who had lined up to greet him with me. As the rest of his entourage deplaned, he introduced certain ones of them to us, but to be honest, I forgot most of their names as soon as I had been told them. The 10 men and women who had accompanied him were most likely his aides or advisors, and were all dressed in uniforms of different types, presumably depending on their branch of the military or rank they had attained. The Admiral moved away from the group and I saw him looking around the airfield. He gave a nod of satisfaction when he saw the armoured car, and looked surprised when he noticed the tractor and trailer driven by Sean as they both patrolled the perimeter of the airfield. "Sir," I said as I noticed the direction of his gaze and walked over to him. "I was just about to recall the vehicles so we can get back to the castle. It's only about 15 minutes away, and then we can offer you some refreshments and get started on these plans we've been talking about." He looked at me, smiled, nodded and said, Yes, there's no point delaying, we have a job to do." "We have kept the rear of the armoured car clear for you and your people to use," I said, raising the radio to get them to come and pick us up, but stopped when he held up a hand. "I'd rather prefer to ride in that wonderful-looking contraption, if that's all the same to you," he said, pointing at it with a smile on his face. "I have heard so much about these vehicles you have created. I must say I can't wait to see how effective they are." He paused and added, wearing a frown, "Of course, if you don't mind, that is." Chuckling at the eager look that had come across his face, I replied, "Of course not." I waved at the other vehicles we had brought with us, deciding to go all in on this mission, as protecting the VIPs that were arriving was paramount. We had chosen to bring most of our eclectic collection of vehicles, forming them into the usual protective square close by on the grass area near the airfield's tower to act as a fallback position for us if need be. My Volvo, the bus, and military lorries, all converted to survive in the new world we lived in, looked normal to us as we were used to them now, but to anyone who had not seen them before, they must look outrageous and Mad Max-like. We have brought most of the fleet with us today, as you can see. Of course, you can ride in the trailer if you want to. It's just as safe as the armoured car, and to be fair, it will give you a much better view of the surrounding area as we drive along.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?